Hope that you're having a nice Valentine's Day. Nice to be loved, I guess, right? Nice to be in love and all that means to people. On this day, people express their sentiment about the other, and I think that's good, right? It's all good. You got a Valentine's card.
I did. It said I was the chocolate to her chips.
Oh, my. Okay. So we're eating cookies, aren't we? Chocolate chip cookies. Yeah. It's kind of cool. Do you remember, I don't know if you guys did this in grade school, but on Valentine's Day we would exchange cards, you know.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
We did that all through grade school. The nuns made sure it was a lot of fun, man. You know, it was such an innocent time. Oh, my goodness.
Did you make your own cards or did you buy them?
I think we did a little of both.
Mm-hmm.
If I recall. Top of it folded back, right?
Right.
And we would put our cards in there. And we would take time out, and the nuns would have maybe some refreshments, cookies and lemonade or something during the exchange of cards. It was like a party, right?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that, man.
How did the wooden desk hold those stone tablets that you people wrote on?
Steve thinks that's funny. And guess what? We even had indoor toilets back then and lights.
When I came back from Kentucky, I showed Dr. Garko a picture of my father as a little bitty boy and my uncle. And they took a picture in front of their brand new outhouse.
He was showing me. He said, "Doc, what do you notice about that picture?" And I looked at the photo, and they were all standing there, very proud looking. And there was this structure behind them. I said, "What's that?" He said, "Oh, that's the outhouse. That was their brand new outhouse. They wanted to take a picture in front of it."
That's funny, as opposed to the old outhouse.
Yeah,
this is the brand new one. But it's funny you bring that up because when I was bringing my daughter home from school yesterday, and just out of nowhere she goes, "Daddy, did they have TVs when you were a kid?"
Oh,
which then went to, were they in color? And of course I'm like, yes. And then she goes, "Did they have cars? Or were they just little go-karts?" I'm like, where are you coming up with this stuff? But yeah, so I got the Dad, your old questions.
With me, it's Dad, your ancient questions.
That guy Moses, how did he do fishing when you went out with him?
I don't know, man. It's Valentine's Day. Jazz Matu is here, a perfect guest for this day, talking about Strauss Heart Drops. And you got to take care of your heart, your romantic heart and your biological heart. Isn't that right, Jazz? Welcome back to the show, man.
Absolutely. It is very, very important that we take care of both our loved ones as well as our health too.
You're up in British Columbia in are you in Kamloops proper, or are you in where are you?
I'm in Vancouver.
Oh, you're in Vancouver. Do they have Valentine's Day there? Or no.
Well, absolutely, they do, and you can see sort of driving around. Obviously, people are in a frenzy today. Stocking up with their boxes of chocolates and overpriced roses as usual. But
overpriced roses.
Definitely in that romantic mood.
Well, you're a singer, aren't you, Jazz?
I do. Yeah, part of my life, other than the medicine part of it, is music. So you're married, right? I am indeed.
Are you going to sing to your lovely wife?
I sing all the time. I'm often singing. I have 3 musical sons. We have a music studio in our house. Instruments all over the place: drum kits, guitar, saxophone.
Oh, that's
piano.
cool, man.
I'm constantly singing so no one day is where she doesn't hear my voice, but I'll probably will serenade her today, being Valentine's Day.
Do you have any recordings that we can play?
I'll send you. In fact, what I'll do is I'll send you some links. I'll send you some links where you guys can have a laugh with me with her, And many, many years ago, in my early days back in the UK and my student days with my band there, we just uploaded a video last week of.
Would you be offended if we played it going into messages or coming back? Would that upset you?
Not at all.
All right. Well, we'll see. We're going to check it out. We're going to vet you. Well, jazz is a jazz.
Many of your listeners may not understand it because it's sang in Hindi. So it's we're a Bollywood band.
I don't care. I don't care what language it's sung in. It's music, man.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, that's great. It's sung in Hindi. So you speak Hindi then?
Yeah, I speak Hindi, speak Punjabi, and of course speak English. So, but most of what I sing in is.
You're a talented guy.
Thank you.
I'm humanizing you, man. I know you come on here and you're always so prim and proper. I'm just trying to loosen you up a little bit. You're a human being, and I'm interested in you as a person. I know you're an expert, but you're still human, and
absolutely. Well, thank you.
Yeah, and we're just trying to get the audience to know you a little better. That's great. That's delightful. Music is therapeutic, Jazz. It is good for the heart. It's good for the soul and mind and spirit, isn't it?
Absolutely. And, it's even one thing that I often share with my patients when we get into those philosophical conversations. Hey, people don't always want to be here, do this, don't do that, just stop doing this, do more of this.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just need to hear, you know what? Go out there and take a walk in the woods, or find it, do some painting, or dance, or sing, and even the energy that provides on a totally different level is very, very healing. I mean, I know for a fact that people say that when they dance and when they sing, the health generally feels better. And you probably know studies have been done with music therapy.
Absolutely, a lot. Music is therapeutic. It's been in my life since I can remember. My earliest thoughts are of music. My mother started playing music in the house, classical music, from the day I was born. We come back, we'll talk to Jazz about Strauss Heart Drops and much more. LTN, coast to coast and globally. Ridgecrest Herbal's original Clear Lung supplement has been the #1 selling natural product for at our guest today is Jas Matu, and of course you know him as a health expert, educator for Strauss Naturals. Been at his website during those when we left that last block, when we cut out of that last block and went into messages, and I've been at his website and I'm listening to his band and I'm listening to him sing, and we're trying to get the video up onto the screen and then the audio. Steven's working on that. Jas, you have a nice voice, man. Your band is good. I love that music, by the way. I listen to alternative music. I listen to all kinds of music. I'm on at home I have all the satellite stuff, and I can listen to anything I want. And I listen to that kind of music all the time. How would you describe that genre of music?
This particular one is known as Bollywood. As you know, the Indian film industry in India, which is referred to as Bollywood, is probably one of the largest industries in the world. They're producing lots of movies, and as you may know, a lot of the movies have songs in them. So
yes.
So this category of Bollywood music is becoming very, very popular worldwide.
Okay, so it's a takeoff on Hollywood, but it's Bollywood, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Your band is good, brother. You have a nice voice. That band in your band, the musicians are great. We're trying to get that aired here. We want.
All right, that's great. But yeah, no, it is. I mean, like I said, often people ask if I do sports or what sports or whatever. I'm not. Throughout my life, but as I was studying natural medicine and going through schooling, music was really, for me, it was my vice. This is what I enjoy doing. So I spent a lot of time.
That's great. Your time.
I think it's very, very therapeutic.
The fella next to you, that instrument that he's playing, now we're showing a video of you.
That instrument is known as a harmonium.
Harmonium. It sounds like an accordion.
It is. It's very much. It's an Indian instrument, and it's pumped with air like an accordion. And there's a keyboard that he's playing on it, and it's a traditional Indian instrument that's quite widely used, mostly for more sort of classic music and stuff.
Yeah.
That what you see there is just an acoustic rendition.
Okay. So listen up. You'll hear this. Steven's going to play you. La 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 la. You have a nice voice, man. You're a good. You're a good musician. You're a good musician.
Absolutely. Well, I'll definitely look you guys up when we're doing our American tour, and we're down in.
You make sure. Well, that's a first. That's a first on the show. We never had a guest to perform, and I couldn't.
They have a huge Bollywood film fest here in Tampa. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I didn't know that, and you know what? Now you've said that, I am going to Google and search that, because we're always looking for opportunities, especially world music festivals and like that.
I'm all in.
Yeah, Dr. Patel built a huge, it's a huge hotel out on Clearwater Beach, and they host the fest out there every year.
We're impressed. We're impressed. I know people are saying, why am I doing that? Because you're more than an expert. You're a person, and that goes a long way with me. That comes first. Early in my career, I was always impressed with the credentials. That's the last thing I look at. Now I look to see, who is this person? Is this a good person?
Thank you.
Is this a talented person? Is this an honest person? And you seem to be all of those things, and you're a talented musician. Congratulations. Thank you for allowing us to show your video and to air your music. Thank you.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
So, getting back to Heart Drops, we want to keep you alive a long time so you can continue to play. I hope you're taking the product.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, this product, who who's a candidate? Do you have to have heart disease to take it?
No.
No.
It's a product that people can certainly take from a preventative, and this is one of the reasons why I particularly take this particular product, and I often recommend it. These days, the key thing is prevention, so anyone can really take this particular product. They can take it in a sort of a dose which is more sort of a preventative dose.
What would be that dosage?
That would be about 2.5 mils. Which is basically roughly half a teaspoon a day that you would take. The product comes with a dropper,
yeah,
which is graduated and that can be measured. So that could be taken on a daily basis. That could be the therapeutic dose. Just to give you an idea, goes up to about 7.5, which is about a teaspoon and a half, and that can be done in divided doses, 2.5, 3 times a day. So it's definitely a product. If you want to have a healthy circulation, want to prevent any type of cardiovascular type of issue going on, want to help improve overall sort of wellness, this is a product that we can certainly take, just like we take omega oils or vitamins or those types of products, stuff like that.
Strauss Heart Drops. Is that what's on the bottle? Is that what the consumer, the listener, the viewer would see if they went into a health store?
Absolutely. So the packaging actually comes in a container, a circular metal container, but inside there is the bottle. So Strauss Heart Drops is what it would be called. It's a red labeled bottle and stuff like that. So
good enough.
And it's available at a lot of the retail stores. I mean, I have to say one thing, if I can, very quickly. During the you played an ad on the on one of the stores. Is it Vitamin Discount?
Hold your thought. We're headed into some messages. Let's just air that out when we get back. And we are back from the break. Thanks for stopping by on this Valentine's Day edition of LTN. I hope you're fulsomely in love and are loved, right? It's nice to be loved, I think. And it's nice to love, right? It's all good. Romantic at heart, I guess. Jazz Mattu is my guest, and we discovered what a talented musician he is. We played some of his music today. Never planned on doing that. That's me. There's an emergent quality to the show. I'll look for it, and it comes, and I'll do it. He's very talented. We'll give you his, I'll have him a little later tell you where you can go listen to him and watch him. Nice voice, good band. They're good. Jazz, welcome back. Are you familiar with Indian musician Sivamani?
I am indeed. Yes, I am.
Okay. He's a drummer.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I understand he's legendary.
Yep.
Yeah. So, these heart drops, are they contraindicated for any medications? Because we have a lot of people that listen and watch the show that take high blood pressure medication, cholesterol medication, and other cardiovascular related drugs. Is it contraindicated for anything?
First and foremost, it is important just to be aware that when taking this particular product, it is important to speak to, your healthcare provider, your physician, with regards to, any underlying conditions you may have, and obviously medications that you may have. As with anything, anything can have an interaction with something. Generally speaking, and I'm generalizing right now, the Strauss heart drops are safe to be taken alongside regular pharmaceutical medications. However, certain contraindications, like people that may be on blood thinners, for instance, that seems to be the category of some concern. People do need to check with their physician, obviously look at their INR testing and the health of their blood viscosity as to when taking this product. This product will help to improve the situation, and there may be possibilities where people may, in conjunction with their doctors, choose to reduce their pharmaceutical medication if they choose to do that.
Have you had any consumers contact the company or you or your patients where, let's say, for example, they were on high blood pressure medications or cholesterol medications of one sort or another, and in taking the product, the physician saw improvement and lowered the dosage on the medications?
Absolutely. This is something that I'm sure the company get feedback, and the testimonials actually really support this. And people can go onto the Strauss website, the heartdropsforlife.ca, and there's testimonials on that really support that, where people have wrote in and, who have been on medications and have great results. In my own clinical practice, many people that have come in and said, hey, you know what, we've noticed that these things are changing as a result of, taking the Strauss heart drops and stuff. And obviously the other thing is, as you know, it's not just about the heart drops. There's other aspects of our wellness that we also need to take care of in terms of dietary, reducing stress, and all those lifestyle factors too. But certainly we've had numerous people in my clinical practice, and I'm sure, like I said, on Strauss, they very much have the same. They have testimonials really coming from people all over the world on a regular basis, and some of these testimonials, like I said, can be seen on their website.
Do you have consumers that contact you that live in other cultures, other countries?
Absolutely. I believe. I see patients all around the world, because not only on my physical clinics that I have in the Vancouver area, but I also do consultations via Skype and FaceTime and that. So I do see patients in different cultures, different backgrounds, different parts of the world, and so we certainly do that. And even Strauss themselves as a company, their product is distributed worldwide in certain areas, so they are always constantly getting feedback from people in different parts of the world.
I reported day before yesterday, I believe it was, Gary or Stephen can check me, I reported on a study about South Asians that live in America and their propensity for heart disease, diabetes, and some other diseases because of their propensity to gain weight around the middle, to have visceral fat. Isn't that interesting? That particular ethnic group having that particular propensity.
Absolutely. I mean, this is something that's commonly seen even here in Canada and even actually here in Vancouver. As you probably know, Vancouver is a very multicultural background. So we have people, especially from South Asia and especially of Asian descent, and often it's extremely common where people say, hey, you know what, I was leading a fairly healthy lifestyle, I was fit, my weight was being managed, and when I came over to a country like Canada and stuff, lifestyle changed, different food, different lifestyle, sedentary lifestyle, and these types of habits started to be created. So this is something that's very, very common. In fact, we have a big Indo-Canadian, we call it here, or South Asian community, and conditions like, it's very, very obvious conditions like
they have high rates of heart disease. There's a doctor by the name of Dr. Alka, Kanya. How would you pronounce that? Kanya?
Yeah, Alka. Yeah, that's the way.
How do you say the last name? Kanya.
Yeah.
Kanya. Well, she's of Asian descent. She's a professor of medicine at the University of California in San Francisco, and she started a study called the Masala Project. That's an acronym for a very long name, right, in which they're studying South Asians and this propensity to gain visceral fat, to collect visceral fat, and then leading to heart disease and type 2 diabetes. This one study she was involved in followed 900 South Asians in Chicago and the Bay Area. This Masala means mediators of atherosclerosis in South Asians living in America. That's the title of. That's why they call it the Masala study. So This is interesting. Different ethnic groups have different kinds of health issues. So
absolutely,
we're here to learn, right?
Absolutely. So that is something that's interesting. But again, a lot of studies, and we are starting to see that. We're seeing a lot of different races, different cultures that,
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Talking about heart health today. In the United States, heart disease has been the leading cause of death since the early 20s, 1921, somewhere thereabouts. And it is a reality that many face. Here's the question. How many people die of heart disease in the United States every year? 200,000, 400,000, or 600,000, round numbers. How many people die annually in the United States of heart disease? That's only one type of cardiovascular disease, by the way. 200,000, 400,000, or 600,000? Here's the number to call to win a $25 supplement gift card.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK. Jazz, I sent you the link through your Facebook for the Indie Fest.
I don't know if he heard you. Jazz? Hello?
Hello, hi. Sorry, I just had it on mute there.
It's all right.
You can't do that on radio, brother. It doesn't work.
I just didn't want the background of the kettle boiling for my herbal tea bubbling away in the background.
Oh, that's okay. You can let your kettle whistle. It's okay. Every year, about 735,000 Americans have a heart attack, Jazz. Every year. I don't know what the numbers are in British Columbia. Of those 735,000 Americans that have a heart attack, 525,000 of them are first-time heart attack victims. And 210,000 happen in people who already had a heart attack. Those numbers are stunning. Unbelievable.
They are.
Unbelievable. The health question of today is how many people die in the United States of heart disease every year? 200,000, 400,000, or 600,000? 877-897-8255. Man, oh man. What percent of your your patients are cardiovascular disease ridden?
You know, it would vary, but there's always, a degree, obviously, of some sort of cardiovascular issue when we really truly look at the body in terms of circulation going on. So I would say there's a relatively, high percentage of the majority of my patients that have some sort of underlying issue. It may not present as cardiovascular disease, but earlier on you mentioned inflammation and some of it, as we know. I mean, even inflammation is starting to be. Cardiovascular disease has been starting to be classified as an inflammatory condition. So I would say a relatively high percentage of people. And when we're truly looking at things holistically, we really have to investigate those types of issues, really to get to the underlying issue of what's going on.
Yeah.
With that, so I would say a relatively high percentage of people do have some sort of cardiovascular issue that's probably going on. Yeah.
The phone lines are lit up. We'll see if we have a winner today. Strauss Heart Drops. Can you give a couple of websites people can visit?
Absolutely. So it's Heart Drops for Life, and that's the numeric number 4, life.ca. Heart Drops for Life. .ca. They can certainly go onto that website. There's information about the product, the formulation, a little bit of a history about Strauss and where they come from, and then of course there's testimonials as well as some other really interesting information. So I'd encourage your listeners to really go onto that site and gather some more information.
We have listeners and viewers all over the planet. Heart Drops, Arabic numeral 4 Life. Heart Drops for Life.ca. CA means Canada, I believe. This product, it is legendary in North America, in Canada in specific, and it's been in the United States for a long time as well. And many people, I mean, the testimonials on it are how can I put it, enthusiastic. People are big fans. Let's go to a place here in Florida called Clearwater. Chris, welcome to the show. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thanks, Doc. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Calling in.
Yeah.
It's the question with a happy heart.
Yeah, with a happy heart and a healthy heart, hopefully. How many people in the United States annually die of heart disease? 200, 400, or 600,000?
About 600,000.
Yeah, 610, give or take. That's about 1 in every 4 deaths. That's 25% of the people that die every year are dying of heart disease. That is just amazing. And 735,000 approximately have a heart attack every year. Oh, my God. No wonder cardiologists are so busy. So how are you spending Valentine's Day, Chris?
Oh, just settling in. And just settling into a new home. I'm happy to be the better landlord. But you know that's the first leading cause of death, and the second, of course, is cancer. The third leading cause of death, according to Harvard in 2005, was medical errors.
Medical errors.
So you could say that the first two are also contributed by medical errors, cancer and heart disease. And so medical errors might just be the leading cause of death in this country.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. We're humans, and humans make mistakes, but we have to work our way through these things. That's why we have to take charge of our health, do the best that we can to keep ourselves healthy so we don't have to take ourselves into the medical repair shop. Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. Enjoy your day. Thanks for listening, and thanks for calling in, Chris. Really appreciate it much.
All right, Doctor. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Jazz, thank you for the entertainment today. It was fun. It was fun to hear you perform.
Thank you, Michael.
Please give the website where people can go listen and watch you.
Absolutely. It's www.jazz, just like the music, JAZZ, dash, and then the word Anamika, ANAAMIKA.com.
Anamika. Jazz-Anamika.com. Jazz, please give my best to everybody at Strauss Naturals. Thank you for being on today. Thank you for your insights, your sharing your clinical and experience and your background and training with the audience to help educate so that people can take charge of their health to live a long life with quality of life. Take care of yourself on this day, and we'll see you the next time. Your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you.
Everyone's raving.